What's up, everybody? My name is Erin, and welcome to the Mad Maker Studio, where I like to make things. Right now, I like to make gaming content, so if that's your cup of tea, then make yourself at home. Today, we are going to be playing Astrologaster. This is another game that I found on Steam, and it was under the funny category, which I feel like I could use a laugh today. I don't know about you guys. Apparently, we are a doctor in Shakespearean England, and we are trying to cure our patients using astrology and astrology only, and I'm very curious to see how that works. So let's hop into a new game and see what they have to offer.
Long ago in England in 1592.
Oh, I love this already.
A tale, and all of it is true. Through all of London, bubonic plague did spread, covering folk in weeping sores and leaving thousands dead.
Oh, it's like a little pop-up book. I love it.
From towns and cities, doctors they did flee, leaving their patients to die in misery.
But one brave doctor stayed when all the cowards fled. Might not have been because he was too sick to leave his bed.
Alright.
Alas, 'tis my final hour. I will surely die. I am too far gone to recover, and for the plague there is no cure. Unless a cure might be found in the stars.
Oh, bro, I wish it was that easy in real life. Choose one zodiac to diagnose the condition. How might I be cured of the plague? I can speak. I have the plague, characterized by a loss of appetite, immoderate thirst, and pus-filled swellings behind the ears, in the armpits, and in the groin. Gross. These are symptoms of a fever provoked by excess sanguinity in the liver. Jupiter domicile in Sagittarius. This indicates a severe imbalance of the blood humor. Well, that's my only option, and this is a tutorial, so yes, that is what I have. I already know it. Boom.
Let me see now. According to the stars, the way to cure the plague is to treat the fever it provokes. Oh, can it be true? Might a disease so monstrous as the plague be cured by treating it as if it were an exceeding bad fever? Then I must use powerful herbs to bring the fever to crisis and break it. Let me see now. Angelica and dandelion for heat, borage to provoke sweating, infuse them in wine, strain and distill the mixture to produce a most powerful strong water.
Oh no.
Huzzah! I am cured! I shall now go forth with my miraculous strong water to cure all London of the plague.
Sure. Case summary. Querent Simon Foreman. Seen 13th of October, 1592 at 1600 hours. How may I to be cured of the plague? I judged my plague symptoms as being provoked by a fever. I invented a new kind of strong water to cure it. It's been a while since I've had high school history class, so I'm wondering if that was a real thing that they used as a treatment. I don't know. I'll look into it later. Maybe. Probably not. I shall cure Londoners of the plague. So wondrous will be my work that plays and songs will be writ in my honor.
Foreman made a plague cure and used it on himself, then left his house to restore Londoners to health.
Huzzah! 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 Huzzah!
Simon Foreman, he cured us of the plague, 'tis true.
Some details are a little vague, but we know
I think it's pretty important that you're a licensed doctor, but I guess if he was, we wouldn't have this game. This is great. It's like watching a little stage play. I love it.
Here comes a lady queer and a little wary. Her name is Avis Allen. What can her trouble be?
Let's find out.
God give you good day, madam. How may I?
Are you Mr. Foreman? Mr. Simon Foreman, the doctor?
Aye, madam, I am indeed Dr. Simon Foreman. I bid you welcome to my consulting chambers. Mistress.
Allen, Mistress Avis Allen of Lambeth.
Pray tell me your age, if you please, madam.
I am 33 years of age.
And how might I do you service this day, Mr. Allen? Pray describe your troubles to me.
Well, the pain started full late last eve upon retiring to bed. Oh, not that I am in the habit of retiring so late, but my husband did desire a special supper of cold meats to celebrate and give thanks in any case, it started in the night and it continued until dawning. That being the pain in my head and the chundering.
A moment whilst I make note of this. Headache and involuntary purging. Is that all?
Aye, that is all. And thinking on it, my complaint does seem most trifling, and you are doubtless busy with important cases. Oh, like the plague! Yea, verily, mayhap I should not have come after all. Good day, Dr. Foreman. I beseech you, pardon me, for I have wasted your time.
Prithee, do not go, for I assure you, madam, your case verily is important to me. And 'tis important to you, is it not, Mistress Allen? Else you would not have come this day.
Well, aye.
Let us consult the stars now then, shall we? What is the cause of Mistress Allen's suffering?
Curious. I was up all night with headache and chundering. What caused my suffering? Mistress Allen is suffering from evil digestion. Saturn in detriment and retrograde. This suggests a mild imbalance of black bile in the body. And Scorpio, Mistress Allen's troubles could have been provoked by anxious passions associated with her being with child. This indicates a disturbance of the mind. Let's go with that one.
You are with child, Mistress Allen. 'Twas the reason for your celebration last even, methinks?
Aye, but how did you know?
I can see it in my chart, madam. There is a planet aligned with Scorpio at present, Scorpio being the constellation that rules over such matters. Pray tell, how long has it been since your monthly courses?
It has been 14 weeks since my courses, and yesterday I did feel the child quicken. So, indeed, 'twas the cause for our celebration, as you say. For I have been with child before, you see, but 'tis never. And Mr. Allen and I do pray this one will be born alive.
There, dear lady. The presence of the planet Mercury in my chart does suggest you suffer from anxious passions on account of your condition, and given your ill-favoured history, I warrant 'twas the twin burdens of hope and fear that provoked your troubles last even.
Oh, I see.
Pray take this flask of wine, madam. It has been infused with cloves, ginger root, and cinnamon. Drink of it each morning, and you should soon feel much improved.
Verily, I will do as you advise. I thank ye heartily, sir. Fare you well, Dr. Foreman.
Fare you well, Mistress Allen.
Querent did present with symptoms of headache and involuntary upward purging. Oh, the chundering. I judged the querent as being with child. Methinks the querent is most pleased with me for the reading I gave today. Sweet. Ooh, does this mean I get more patience? Cool. Come on, turn the page. Oh.
Good day, sir. You are Simon Foreman, the physician, are you not? These are your rooms.
Indeed, I am he, and well met, sir. Be it Thomas Blagg I have the honour of welcoming to my humble consulting chambers, the Dean of Rochester Cathedral?
Indeed, 'tis I, Thomas Blagg. Though it is not upon church business that I come to you this day. 'Tis upon a matter of my own that I require counsel. I have lately been offered some very lucrative investment opportunities. And, well, it is said that God speaks to us through the stars, does he not?
Indeed he does. 'Tis well known that astrology is but a conduit for the word of God, as interpreted using scientifical means. And now, these investments of which you speak, pray tell of them, if you please.
2 merchant ships will shortly set sail on very lucrative trading expeditions. I do not possess the coin to invest in both. Hence, I must choose between them. And I must choose very wisely indeed. For sea voyages are most perilous, and if my ship were to founder or be captured by pirates, I would lose my entire investment.
Aye, forsooth, 'twould be most lamentable, to say nothing of the poor souls who might lose their lives.
Who are, naturally, the greater of my concerns.
Aye, naturally. And whither might these ships be bound?
The first is bound for the Spice Islands of the East. 'Tis a voyage to be undertaken by a ship named the Conquering Cherub. The other is the Pride of Yarmouth. She is to bring back sugar from the Americas. Have you now the information you require? Then perchance you may divine for me upon which of these 2 ships our Lord God has bestowed his divine blessing.
Aye, Dean Blagg, we may now consult the stars. Should Thomas Blagg invest in the voyage of the Conquering Cherub, or that of the Pride of Yarmouth?
Ooh, I don't know, man. The ship's name should evoke a child who is victorious in battle. Represents victory. What does this one say? Oh. Blagg's investments in a trading voyage will result in a change of fortune for him. Represents fortune, which could mean good or bad. The ship's name should evoke a woman who partakes in a marriage. I've already forgotten what the ship's names are. Oh no. The change in fortune, it could be a good thing or a bad thing. It could be... Oh, I don't know. Child who's victorious in battle represents victory. I'm gonna not overthink it because this dude is obviously more invested in his finances than anything else. So I choose B.
First, I must advise you that your investment will bring about a change in fortune for you.
I should hope so. Indeed, it is the reason for my desire to make such an investment. But in which ship?
You must invest in the Bride of Yarmouth.
The Bride of Yarmouth? The bride? But how on earth?
Allow me to explain, Dean Blagg. In the house of marriage, we see the planet Venus, which does represent femininity. And what is the feminine element of a wedding? 'Tis the bride. Ergo, the Bride of Yarmouth. Do you now see? I assure you, my logic is most sound.
Doubtless it is.
Sure it is,
It
Simon.
of no use to me, for I said nothing of a ship called the Bride of Yarmouth. 'Twas the Pride of Yarmouth. Pride, with a P.
Ah, verily. But I...
Oh, tush, Dr. Foreman. I will not judge you harshly, for in truth I too do oft find myself thus befuddled. We elder gentlemen cannot expect to be as sharp as once we were, can we?
Oh, that hurts.
I hardly think we're of the same age.
Breathe easy, Sarah.
I
As much
totally
as would
forgot the
love
names
to
of the
abide
boats.
and discourse with you, it is almost time for my afternoon nap. Mayhap you would benefit from one also. Good day, Dr. Foreman, and keep ye well.
Yeah, that went well. The querent did wish to know which of two trading expeditions would make the better investment. I did advise the querent to invest in the voyage of the Bride of Yarmouth. Methinks the querent took my advice a little ill. Ooh. No letters of recommendation. By process of elimination, it would now seem logical for me to invest in the Conquering Cherub. I need to pay more attention. I didn't think this game would make me have to remember things. They go by so fast. Okay, I'll stop complaining.
Good morrow, sir. Pray tell, are these the consulting chambers of Simon Foreman, Doctor of Astrology and Physic?
Indeed, 'tis I, Dr. Simon Foreman. And your name, madam?
Emma Sharp of Shoreditch, sir. 25 years of age.
Welcome, Miss Sharp. And how may I do you service this day?
Well, 'tis a trifle delicate. A man has asked me to be his wife. A dear, kind man, but I fear you will think me cold, Dr. Foreman.
There, madam, whatever is the matter?
Well, he is exceeding advanced in years. I do worry he may not be long for the world, and if he were to die, I do not think I could bear it. Verily, I would not. Indeed, methinks I would rather not marry him at all. Am I very heartless, Dr. Foreman?
Nay, not in the least, madam. Your fears are most reasonable. A man in the winter of his life is indeed more likely to die. I assure you, madam, 'tis a medical fact. But methinks you wish to know whether this man be afflicted with a grave health condition, do you not? To wit, any ailment that might soon prove fatal?
Forsooth I do. That is my question precisely. Why, Dr. Foreman, 'tis as if you have a gift for reading minds.
Merely the gift of logical surmise, madam. Let us see whether a judgment of the stars may calm your fears. Does Mr. What was your gentleman's name?
Mr. George Middleton, a wool merchant.
Does Mr. Middleton have any ailments that might hasten his death?
I'm an Aries, so I kind of want to, I'm not even looking at the descriptions yet. I'm just highlighting the fact that I'm an Aries, and I want to be biased towards that, but we'll see. Mr. Middleton has been bewitched. The enchantment may prove fatal. Uranus in retrograde. This suggests a mild enchantment cast by a witch. Pluto in retrograde. This suggests the possibility of death. See what the other ones say. Mr. Middleton suffers from dropping down of the piss. Great. Categorized by involuntary urination, it is exacerbated when combined with his fear of heights. This suggests severe vertigo. That doesn't sound right. Mr. Middleton suffers from a cardiac passion, a condition that may end in death. That sounds the most likely. Saturn in detriment in Leo. This suggests a mild imbalance of black bile. Venus represents an imbalance of the phlegm, and Neptune, the illness cannot be cured. So yeah, that, as much as I want to be biased toward all answers, all Aries all the time, I'm gonna go with Leo.
I am full sorry, madam, but the stars give heavy news. Mr. Middleton suffers from a cardiac passion. Indeed, his heart may stop at any moment. He must avoid anything that might alarm or trouble his vital spirits. One shock could be enough to kill him.
Oh, woe, alas, poor Mr. Middleton. I thank ye for your kind understanding, Dr. Foreman, and for your discretion in this matter. I will at once to my family go and beseech them not to make me accept Mr. Middleton's proposal. God give you a good day, Dr. Foreman.
Good day, my lady. The querent did wish to know whether a man she wishes to marry does suffer from any grave health conditions. I did advise the querent that Mr. Middleton suffers from a cardiac passion and that he could die at any moment. Methinks the querent was pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. Who was that handsome manservant I passed at the door? Mayhap one day I shall have a servant that cuts so fine a figure. These characters, my dude. Public noticed. Beware. Is the man treating you a qualified licensed doctor? London has lately been importuned by low-born charlatans claiming the title of doctor. These men have never attended university and therefore cannot be trusted. Any man found to be practicing medicine without a medical license shall be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I highly agree with that. However, that's not how my protagonist rolls. Let's roll.
Murdering would those doctors come. Murdering those doctors come. Murdering one fine day. Those doctors would they slay.
Oh no. So early in the game.
Oh, they send him to jail. They sent him to jail.
What is the meaning of this warning being put about by the College of Physicians? Do they mean to do me harm? It is true that I do not have a medical license. What am I to do? Mayhap the stars will advise me.
Oh boy. The College of Physicians has dark intentions towards me. What should I do? The authority the licensed doctors of London hold is primarily owing to their wealth and privilege. There is much they do not about physic. Represents ignorance. The Church of England can help me, for the Archbishop of Canterbury has a special power to grant medical licenses. Represents a religious authority, the Sun, the head of the church. The College of Physicians is making war against me. If I am to become the best doctor in London, I must find a way to end this war. What? Maybe not that. I must use my brilliant mind to forge strong relationships with my querents. Represent intelligent. Okay. The solution involves being sensitive to the needs of my querents. The moon exalted in Taurus. This advises sensitivity. So far, the relationships one seems the best. I mean, they're right to call me out. I don't know about the religion one. I'm gonna go with my gut. Oh, I guess this is like all encompassing together. Go with my gut.
It seems that if I'm to avoid prosecution by the College of Physicians, I must obtain a medical license. Towards this end, doubtless the best course is to serve my querents well, treating their illnesses and problems with intelligence and sensitivity. For if I do, they may favour me with letters of recommendation, and I can use these to petition the University of Cambridge to grant me a license.
Sure, dude. I did wish to know how to protect myself from the dark intentions of the College of Physicians. Dude, I think they're just looking out for the best interests of the people. You need to roll back. The stars did advise me to serve my querents well so that they might give me letters of recommendation. With such letters, I may convince the University of Cambridge to grant me a medical license. If I do not garner enough letters of recommendation to obtain a medical license, I shall be most vexed indeed.
Who's this man at the door who we've not seen before? Who's this man at the door who we've not seen before? Who is come to inquire dressed in so strange attire? 'Tis Signor Ferraro.
I love that they hired professional opera singers. I'm assuming they did because they sound fantastic, and I'm really loving. So I'll take a moment to appreciate this pop-up book paper doll art style. It's just it's so refreshing. I love it.
Good day to you, sir. Oh, I see you're having some difficulties. William, fetch my guest a chair.
No, it's good. I am just a little stiff.
As you wish. Mr.
Signor Riccardo Ferraro. I am a gentleman of Venezia, come to make a trade in London.
Venice? 'Tis a fine city, I hear. And how may I do you service this day, Signor Ferraro?
I am come with una problema medicale, and you are most great dottore who does cure all London, huh? You cure Ferraro too, see?
Forsooth, I will seek to do so, Signor. Pray, describe your complaints, if you please.
Is burning when I make the water.
Pain during urination?
See, and is pain down here. Molto pain.
And pain in the lower back. Now, let us see what the stars can tell us. What ails Signor Riccardo Ferraro?
What ails him indeed? Signor Ferraro suffers from the gout, which is caused by a hot, dry humerus seeping into the joints of the foot. That's gonna be a nope. Signor Ferraro suffers from stones in the kidney. This disease can occasion loss of appetite, severe pain in the kidney area, vomiting, and difficulty passing urine. Okay, this seems the most likely so far. Let's see what this last one is. Signor Ferraro has dysentery, characterized by pain in the bowels, faintness, and oily stools. Okay, well, he said none of that, so I'm gonna go with kidney stones.
'Tis a case of stones in the kidney, I regret to say. But worry not, Signor. I will give you an ounce of my strong water to dislodge them. Drink this entire flask when you rise at dawn tomorrow. You may then expect to evacuate the stones by way of your privy member within just a few hours.
Ah, your famous strong water. This water 'tis said to cure the plague, huh? I thank you, Signor Foreman. And now Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day.
Nice. See all those plus signs? The querent did present with pain in the lower back and during urination. I did diagnose stones in the kidney and prescribed a flask of my strong water. Methinks the querent was a little pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. Interesting. He seems to exhibit at least the semblance of competence. Nice.
Finesse, but every awkward hero needs his awkward princess.
Well met, Mistress Allen. Pray tell, the last time I saw you, you were with child, methinks. Pray tell, how fares...
I would rather not talk about that, if you please.
No.
I see. I am full sorry, madam. What
I'm
brings
come
you
upon...
this?
The matter that brings...
Pardon, madam. I prithee, madam, say on.
I'm come about the new law. I know not what to do, and I would have counsel.
You are in trouble with the law, madam?
Nay, at least not yet, but my neighbours have begun to remark unkindly upon my absences, my Sunday absences from church. I am afeard one of them may soon denounce me.
'tis the Act Against Recusants you speak of. The law that obliges Catholics to attend church and take the English sacrament. You are of the Catholic faith, then, I take it?
I, a Catholic, but as well a law-abiding woman and a full loyal subject of the Queen. Long may she reign.
I do not doubt it, madam.
But to take the Protestant sacrament, 'tis heresy. So says the Pope in Rome. I risk being damned to hell if I do it, Dr. Foreman. Verily, I find myself in a most terrible bind.
I see. Damned if you do, yet condemned if you do not. A cruel bind indeed. Let us see if the stars may untangle it for us. Should Mistress Avis Allen attend Protestant church services?
I am Catholic. Should I obey the law and attend Protestant church services? Some have the wrong impression of the Allens' wealth and are envious. Neptune in retrograde. This suggests confusion. Saturn in detriment and retrograde. This indicates jealousy. Mistress Allen's problem is her female neighbors. Represents women. Avis must remain strong in her Catholic faith, for when the Queen dies, her successor may revert England back to Catholicism. Uranus, this represents a surprising political event. Mars domicile in Aries, this advises strength, and Pluto represents death. Mistress Allen risks getting in trouble with the law and being punished by the authorities. True dat. There may be a creative solution for appeasing the Pope in Rome whilst also honoring England's Protestant legacy. Jupiter represents foreigners. Mercury suggests creativity. It is Mistress Allen's duty to cooperate. This advises cooperation. Okay, so this is seeming, you know, more like the path. And it's reminding me very heavily of one of my media criticism classes, which is like all about performances. Like, you can go to church and mimic everyone's motions, but they can't make you like believe in it, you know? So you can go, you can take the communion, do the bowing, but like if you don't have any belief in it, they can't force that on you. So I think just to avoid being arrested in Protestant England, this seems like the best bet.
I fear the stars confirm your fears. You must attend church every Sunday, lest you risk being prosecuted for being a recusant.
Oh, but then what of my soul, Dr. Foreman?
Methinks I have a solution for that, madam. If you were to cross your fingers behind your back during the service, any Protestant oath you swear would not count. Of course, you must be sure to stand at the back of the church while doing so that only God may see, and no one else.
Forsooth, what an ingenious notion! Oh, Dr. Foreman, you have saved me. You are so wise, sir. 'Tis so. Verily, 'tis most admirable.
But, dear lady, 'tis you who is to be admired. The strength of resolve, your devotion to your faith, and your... Madam, would you care to see my collection of Venetian glassware?
I think I would. Indeed, I would like that very well.
All right, everyone, I think that's going to do it for this episode of Astrologaster. I might come back and do a couple more videos on it. It seems to be like a really cute, chill, easygoing sort of game, and sometimes you just need that. In the comments, let me know what your zodiac sign is, Western or Eastern, and if you want to be a little extra, put in your sun, moon, Venus, and rising signs.